Hey guys, this is Katie calling with Calling Cosplay, and today I am attempting a cosplay in a day challenge. It's 8:30 now, so for this cosplay, I wanted to do a contest. So there was a cosplay this in your own style challenge by Jenny D and Hannah Alexandra Artwork. They are doing their Kickstarter called Centaur of Attention. So I decided to take that and then do my own twist on it. It said it's just fine if you want to change it up for yourself. So I'm doing a bodice. I ordered the wig as soon as I saw this contest go up. So I was like, why don't I just make it in a day? Like, that solves everything. I'll just make this whole thing in a day. I still don't know how this will look on, so I'm a little concerned it'll be too much flour. I think with the wig, that won't be bad. That's a lot of flowers though. So I'm going to refrain from putting on the last two. I may put these on my hand crutches so it kind of fits with the costume. And it is 9 o'clock. So for the base, I'm using this thick Casa Solid pink. And this is just because this is not sheer. And it's gonna be solid and sturdy enough for me to really put lace over it, do some applique and fancy stitching. I'm going to cut out all the corset pieces on this one. The same thing in this lace, which is going to go over this one. So this, I'm going to cut out the roses and I'm gonna applique them on over this, which is over this. So all together, I'll have this like lacy fantasy sandwich. This is gonna be the lining. Something funky is going on with this panel. I think I put it in backwards or upside down. I think it's upside down and backwards. But I have the lining done now. And so now I just have to do this 2 more times. So I need to make another one just like this with the lace overlaid onto it. And then I can sew those two together. So it is 10:36 now. So it took me like an hour and a half to do that one. So maybe by like lunch, I'll be ready to start sewing them together. So this is what I'm working with. This is the lace overlaid with the satin. And this is so beautiful. Look at like the little embellishments on like all the edges. And it is now 11:20. I'm ready to start sewing the outer layer at 11:20. So I'm guessing it'll be more like 1 or 2 when I put those layers together. So I now have the outer bodice done. So this has the overlay. It's still going to be too big in the back. Quite a bit too big. It's like overlapping that entire last panel. Next is adding this. Whoa, there's pattern pieces everywhere. It's a mess. It is now 12 o'clock. And I cut out the flower applique, and these are just gonna go on top. I'm gonna put some roses on the front of this. It is now 12:36. I would like to declare that I am probably going to fail this challenge because I have done 1 flower applique. So this is the sewing that I'm doing, is on the back. I just don't think I'm gonna finish 4 of those. But I also want to do a good job. Like, I wanted to do a cosplay in a day and I'm making a video. I don't want to rush this and make it awful because the fabric was really expensive and I want to do a really good job, and I want this to be something that I enjoy wearing and I want to wear a lot. I would rather miss the deadline for that Kickstarter and do like a really good job and have this be something I'm super proud of than just like bust through it. I'm still going to work on it for the rest of today because I have this day set aside and I'd like to still show you how far I can get in a day. So it is 2:17. I have top stitched down all of the roses. It's upside down. So I'm just doing that outer stitching, not the more detailed one like for this rose. And I'm descending into madness, just top stitching down these roses. It is 3:20. So I styled the wig. Ta-da! I added these really tight ringlets in the front. I pulled back the hair to hide the side of the headband. I did this wrap around the back. I'm really happy with how the crown turned out because it looks good from the front and the back, and it's like 2 different crowns almost. which also means now all that is left is sewing. I'm also working a lot slower as the day gets longer. So I have done all of the roses now on the bodice. I've done all of them. It took a while. It's 4:42. I'm gonna sew this to the lining, which I had mentioned I'd be doing like 4 hours ago, but I'm doing it now. It is now 8:30 at night. This is the bodice. Added the bra pads on the inside. Those are all hand sewn in, which took a really long time. And I have kind of the start of the sleeves. And then I can move on to doing the actual shoulder drape, this stuff. So I failed the challenge. Too bad. I'm a little too extra with all my cosplay projects. Whoa, I almost fell off the chair. Stay tuned for the next week of my cosplay in a day challenge. It is day 2 of my cosplay in a day challenge, and I've done the start of the sleeves. That's how it is. So I'm going to do something with the bottom. So it is the end of day 2 of my cosplay in a day challenge. The problem is I took out basically that entire back panel and it's still too big. If you look at the back, see how it like overlaps? Because I need it like that tight. But I'm going to mess with it a little more, maybe see if I can't maybe do some like darts in the side. It's kind of disappointing that it doesn't fit as well as I wanted it to on the first go, but we learn from our mistakes. It is day 6 of my cosplay in a day challenge. I did take like 3 or 4 days off for some self-care. This room, my crafting room, was in a state of distress. So I decided to clean it up a little, buy groceries, cook food, do laundry, but the photo shoot's tomorrow now. I've done the beading and I hand beaded all of that on it this morning. And then I'm doing like a shoulder drape thing with this fabric. I think the skirt will come later, but I'm on obviously a limited time since this is day 6 of my cosplay in a day challenge. Hi, it's day 7 of my cosplay in a day challenge and I'm at the photo shoot and it went really well. I was also wearing elf ears, but I took them off. There's a dog. What I have so far on the costume, I've done more beading and oh, and I added a skirt too. You'll see in the pictures. Anyways, this was a long cosplay in a day challenge, seeing as today is day 7. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.